Hey guys, Ill Factor here. And one of the questions I get from a lot of my students is, do I need to learn a musical instrument to produce music? Well, in this video, I'm going to dive in and answer that question. This video is also a sneak peek from my course, Producing Indie Pop. And so if you enjoyed this video and you'd like to get more information on how to get on the waiting list for this course, visit beatacademy.com/indiepop. All right, let's dive right in. So I get asked this question a lot. Do I need to learn to play an instrument to be good at producing music? Yes. That's it. End of the video. Well, no, there's more to unpack in that question than just a simple yes. Because technically, you don't have to learn how to play an instrument to create music or produce music in this day and age with the tools and the technology that's available. There's so many ways to have the access to create the music and share that music with the rest of the world. So technically you don't, but there are three advantages and really three huge benefits to playing an instrument that can really be helpful when pursuing music production. So the first thing is just having a better grasp of melodic phrasing. Just understanding the whole concept of what chord progressions to use in the arrangement of your song, what melodies are going to work well. Now, you can get there by just smashing a bunch of buttons, using certain tools and things like that, but it's really going to be help the whole journey and the process a lot easier. It'll make it a lot easier in understanding the full context of what you're trying to create. So I always recommend just at least starting with the fundamental basics of music theory. Understanding the scales that belong in your major and minor scales and the chord progressions that belong there, and just how to navigate with that. You don't have to invest 10,000 hours right now into learning an instrument, but at least understanding those basic principles will it will help you, and it'll go a long way in your journey of producing music. So the second one is also understanding and developing the ear training. See, with playing an instrument and taking the time to invest in playing, whether it's piano, a guitar, or a single tone instrument, this foundation will really benefit and giving you the ability to reach the authentic sound that you're looking for when working on sound design. See, if I'm familiar with maybe I played trombone and I'm familiar with all the nuances that go into the sound of a trombone, I will know when it comes to recreating that sound or whether I'm going to record it or getting close to that type of sound in my DAW. I know all the nuances that go into creating a good, authentic sounding brass sound. Or the same thing with a drummer, understanding all the nuances and the ghost notes and the little things and details that go into creating the right pocket and the right feel with the rhythm that you're creating with your drum set. Also, the sound designs that go into capturing the right sound that you're looking for. Same thing goes with the piano. So all these things are beneficial to you to building up your ear training and knowing what to look for when trying to replicate or even create the sounds in your songs that really feel authentic and have a more organic and natural feel. It also plays into whether you're trying to experiment, come up with new sounds, and if you're creating a lot of EDM and glitch hop and things like that, understanding music theory and learning an instrument will give you the advantage and the edge in sound design as well. Thirdly, it'll also benefit you in communicating your musical ideas to other collaborators and other musicians and artists as well. It's a benefit that when you learn a language from a different country and you go to visit that country, it can pretty much save your life, especially when you're trying to find where the bathroom is, right? So if you can speak the language, you're able to communicate and understand what's happening in that dialogue with that person in that country. So the same thing with being able to express and communicate your artistic ideas to another musician or another artist. You're going to be able to articulate well what it is that you're looking for. When you're recording with an artist, you can tell them, well, you're just a little flat, or try not syncopating that, or maybe try singing that more legato. And so knowing those, knowing not just the language, but understanding how it impacts the musical decisions that you're making play a big key. So developing the ear training, it really does benefit you in playing an instrument to develop the ear training. Understanding better melodic choices with the melodic phrasing that you're going to be doing in your music, That's a benefit from learning an instrument. And being able to communicate with other collaborators or artists and musicians is also a benefit from learning the instruments. I like to sum it all up like this. You could learn how to read a map, or you can be completely dependent on Google Maps, in which you just punch in the address and it'll take you directly there. But when you're stranded and you have the tools and understand how to read a map correctly, you could find where you want to go from anywhere. So, could you produce music without learning how to play an instrument? Technically, yeah, you can. But will there be a huge benefit from learning how to play an instrument in producing your music? Yes. And it'll really save you a lot of headache and smooth out the road to your journey as a music producer. Now I get it. The next follow-up question is like, so is it too late for me? I'm, getting late in the game of producing music. I don't have the time in a day to invest 10,000 hours or to pick up a harmonica, learn all these things. Well, I would just balance out the time. If you've got 10 hours a week to work on your music, spend 5 hours learning how to play the piano, the very basics, invest in that, and then spend those other 5 hours in the music creating process. And just repeat that over and over, week in, week out, so that you're investing in preparing a good foundation to stand on when it comes to music production. And I guarantee you do that for at least 60 to 90 days, you'll see a huge improvement in your music production overall. So all in all, I would encourage you to invest some time to learning an instrument, building a strong foundation to build upon to make your music production journey a lot easier. Well, thank you so much for watching this video. As I mentioned, this video was a sneak peek from the course Producing Indie Pop. And if you want to level up your production skills and focus on producing this genre of music, then I highly recommend that you get on the waiting list, as we're about to launch this course, so you'll get the first dibs and you'll first to know. You want to be sure to visit beatacademy.com/indiepop. You can also just click the link below in the description box to get more information. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you there.